Welcome to Season 3 of Sailing Sitka. I'm Kenna, and this is Jay. We live aboard our 1976 Choi Lee sailboat named Sitka, in which we have sailed south from Canada in 2022 to the very last port of Mexico. This season, we are finally exiting Mexico and taking our boat further through the Panama Canal and into the beautiful Central American waters. So hit that subscribe button and follow along, as this season we are sailing as far and wide as possible.
You guys you make this happen, and we couldn't do it without you. So thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of Sailing Sitka, and I hope you enjoy.
This episode takes us into the heart of the raw, desolate beauty of the San Blas Islands. Scattered across the chain of 365 islands is one that we hold especially dear, Chichime, or at least that's how we pronounce it. It was our very first stop in the San Blas back in December, and even now it remains as one of our absolute favorites. Chichime is warm, welcoming, and full of life. It's home to some of the kindest and most generous locals you could ever hope to meet. People who take pride in their island and joyfully share it with us wandering sailors. Whether it's a game of beach volleyball or a drink at the local bar, there's always a sense of community here. Life on Chichime feels free and easy. No shoes, no shirt, no problem. No petty rules, no pointless arguments about the news, just peace and simplicity, surrounded by nature's finest. To witness and experience a place like this is truly a gift, and an even greater one when you can share it with those who you love.
Woo! Gracias! Gracias! Hello! Hello, you made it! Hello! Oh, I'm so happy to see you.
Yeah, me too. This one is for your mom.
Oh, good. Thank you. I'm so happy you made it safe.
Yes, it's
Good.
a long road.
Tu dois en faire, hein, maman?
J'ai même pas déjeuné.
Ouais, c'est ça. J'ai déjà fait des patates à dèche.
That's right. Jay's mom made the long trek from cold Quebec, Canada, all the way down to sunny Panama to visit us and soak up the beauty of the San Blas Islands. Jay hadn't seen his mom in over 2 years. And let's be honest, that's one of the toughest parts about the whole cruising and sailing lifestyle. Visits aren't exactly easy to plan when you're at the mercy of the wind and the waves. No flight schedules here, but when it does line up, wow, does it ever feel good. We didn't waste any time. As soon as she arrived, we whisked Sylvie off to explore the main island of Chichime, gave her the grand tour, and showed her what we've been up to these last couple weeks. All in all, we couldn't be happier, and I think Sylvie's already adapting to the barefoot, salty hair lifestyle pretty well.
Man, dolphins are literally coming right now. It's like postcard moment.
Yeah.
Alright, so Derek just delivered some water to us, which we're super grateful for on Bully. And we were just doing the math because we looked at how long when we had filled last, and then he brought 325 liters, so we put 75 liters in. So we did the math, and we're using just shy of 10 liters a day for 2 people, so 5 liters each. And we looked at the national average in Canada per person per day. So it's 223 liters per day that a person in Canada uses an average for water consumption, and we're using 5. So obviously, like, take in mind that obviously that considers also people doing laundry, and we go do laundry ashore. So like obviously like our actual water consumption to have the life we have is probably more than 5 liters a day. But it's probably like maybe 20 when you factor everything else, versus the average in Canada is 223, which is kind of a mind-boggling figure. But yeah. Anyways, just a little tidbit of math here.
Little fun fact.
Little fun fact.
that? Wow.
How I know det gick right?
No. After we took Sylvie out for her very first snorkel, yep, you heard me right, we spent the next day just fully relaxing on the beach. Good tunes playing, a couple of cold drinks in hand, and really just soaking in the moment. At one point, Jay's mom turned to me and said, "I've never been this relaxed." Hearing that made me feel so happy. For her, for us, and for this exact moment that we were in. It's so easy to get caught up worrying about what's next, or what's around the corner. But sometimes you just need to stop, look around, and appreciate what's right in front of you. Because chances are, the version of you from a few years ago would be so proud of where you are now.
Jay, look at your canoe.
Oh, that's sick. That's sick.
Day 4 of island life, and yep, still absolutely thriving. Today we took a casual little stroll with Mom through the palm trees to the other side of the island. Why, you may ask? One word, rummy. Jay and I are deep in an obsession. Somehow, without even planning it, we launched ourselves into a full-blown rummy tournament. Multiple games a day, with trash talk included, of course. And now I finally get why retirees spend half their lives playing bridge, crib, cards, or in my papa's case, poker. Turns out it's great for the noggin and is pretty much brain yoga.
Alright guys, so I think that boat that hit us was not an isolated incident in lack of seamanship.
Motherfucker!
So they came back. This is a week later now. We just woke up right now, so sorry for my look. My mom was sitting in the cockpit and saw them pull up anchor, and they were anchored next to us, and now they're on the beach. They literally beached their boat. Like, they are on the beach, which is not great. You can see, I think they just were able to get unstuck here. I can just see they're moving, but they're getting pushed right on the beach. And people are on the shore. No bueno. No bueno. Never a good time, but that should be a lesson for people. Like, if you don't know what you're doing, maybe get some help. You shouldn't be running a boat, especially not a boat with paying guests on board. It's pretty irresponsible. Anyways, if our dinghy was working, our outboard's not working right now, we can't even start, so we're rowing everywhere, so we can't really go help them. But if we had an outboard, I would go help them, even though they hit our boat. But pretty shit situation for the person who actually owns the boat and all the people that are on board paying for this experience. Yeah, that's literally recklessness. Like, in 1 week's time, they hit our boat and this happened. And who knows what happens when they're elsewhere, because this is just when they're here. So anyways, just wanted to share with you that sometimes, like on the road, if you drive, you deal with people that don't know what they're doing and shouldn't be out there. This one and this one will go. Yeah, there we go. Now we have electric start. Figure it out. Now we have electric start.
Yes.
No way.
Fancy, fancy.
Ooh, I don't know. don't know if it's strong enough to turn it.
It's not? No way.
It's not strong enough to turn it. It's crazy. I mean, it should be turning it a little bit, but it's not even trying to.
You hold that with your hand. Can you stop it from spinning with your hand? When
Sorry?
It's out, can you hold it when it's out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I gotta know that you cannot do that.
That would redneck work. Yeah, I think it would work.
Cool. Hold on to the drill.
There's only one way of testing it.
Yeah.
We'll
Oh
put it
my
in the
gosh.
water and see how redneck we can get this boat.
That's awesome.
This is the most. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Maybe I can start this
With a drill.
with a drill.
Some badass stuff right there, dude.
This is some man-back stuff shit.
Awesome. Yeah, just hold on to the drill and then
We'll
if
see.
it works, dude, just hold on to it until
We'll see.
you don't need it.
What
see
the
what it
Because I'll never
hell?
use that one.
That is the scariest, most ghetto thing I've ever seen in my life. Are you kidding me? I don't think it's working. Okay, it's a no.
It could though. It wants to go, but
Oh my god.
the thing too is if it starts, this would fucking crank out of my hands too.
Yeah, it's kind of getting a little bit too ghetto if you ask me, which says a lot for us because we're pretty ghetto.
Yeah, so it's a fail.
It's
So
a
basically, we haven't filmed a lot, but basically the pull cord section that goes on here, it's supposed to grip when you pull on the line. It has an internal mechanism through a bunch of bearings that grip on this, and then once you release the line or you put it in gear, it automatically lets go, and then this is on, and then this stator on here that starts it, and you're good. But what happened is when we took the old prop that was mangled off, instead of putting a block of wood, which we should have done to take the prop off, we just had the engine in gear and we broke part of the mechanism that tightens on here by forcing it from the bottom, so it's our fault. And basically now what happens is that the pull cord, when you pull on it, there's no resistance, it just goes in and out because it doesn't grip on here. And we tried putting electric tape to have a bit more grip, and that worked for about a week. And then I used JV weld, and that's not working anymore because all the bearings got ripped out. And then today I was like, wait a minute, maybe I could try it with a drill. And then Derek was kind enough to lend us a drill that had the appropriate socket size for 13/16 3/8 socket drive. But yeah, it's just not powerful enough. And I think if we even got it to start holding it, it would just torque right off my hand.
Yeah, smart.
So
So no.
so yeah, no. And then ordering a new one of these is super complicated. This is a very old outboard, and it sucks because mechanically it's bulletproof, but we can't seem to find any new parts for this. I found a used one in England, and then it's like, how the hell do you get this down here, you know?
So what's the plan then?
For now we're gonna have to row for the next foreseeable future. Basically, that's the plan.
Until we get to
Colombia, and then we'll figure out if we can get the part. If not, like, we don't really have the budget to buy a new outboard, but I don't know. we'll have to see, because this is a pretty important piece of kit. Like this is like our car basically. We use this all the time to get groceries, food, water, get the places. Even here it's kind of sucks because the current and the wind's so strong that we can't row. We can only row there and back. Like we can't even go to that island. It would be like unfeasible.
Yeah.
So anyways, just put this away and then
Okay.
lick our wounds.
Sounds good.
So you see, this is the issue. Like this will spin and retract, but the problem is this part here, you can see a lot of them are broken in there, but this part is supposed to tighten around here as it's spinning, but it's no longer doing it. So normally this will, if you're in neutral, then you pull on this should be spinning this here, but it's not anymore. So that's our issue.
Yeah, pretty defeating, to be honest. We did just spend $300 on a prop, and then I think we had what, 1 or 2 good runs until the flywheel just stopped.
Yeah, but like I said, that was our fault. Like the reason why we're having this issue right now is because when we took off the prop originally and initially, we went fast and should have paid more attention. If we had a rowing dinghy, that wouldn't be as bad, but yeah, it is what it is. I mean, you win some, you lose some, and lately we've been on a losing streak, but hopefully our luck turns around here at some point.
Yeah, that'd be very nice. And like, to be honest, you guys, we weren't even filming this all because it's just like, oh,
So defeating.
it's so defeating to like keep filming all these epic fails, and it's just like one thing after another. So it's like at the point I was like turned to Jay and I was like, I don't even want to film this, but we do want to show you guys all of it and the real aspects of it, and this is a part of it. So a sad part of it. But thanks, Derek. Shout out to you for once again trying to help us on board Sitka.
If it wasn't for Derek, I wouldn't have been able to test the most redneck way of starting it.
Yeah.
So.
But thank you guys for being here with us through the highs and all the lows. I know there's been many lows, but we still do really appreciate you guys watching and supporting. I hope we can still make it entertaining for you all, and we still want to be able to record and share everything with you guys and keep it real on Sitka. So thank you very much for being here.
Yeah, thanks guys. There's still great moments. Like it's just like these once they start accumulating like this, it kind of adds up. Like
Yeah.
we're used to it. Like we're under no delusion that this is an easy lifestyle or that everything always goes peachy. But this year we haven't seen much peaches.
No.
But,
Like just for an example, this week alone, we had our engine failure. We had a boat hit us, and then we had our outboard shit the bed. So like those are 3 very big things to be
all in,
defeated
like,
about.
6 days. Yep.
Anyway, that's the way she goes, you guys. Thanks for watching. Super appreciate you. Highs to come, I promise.
And just like that, almost like an answered prayer, a big veggie boat came our way. If you've ever experienced the veggie boats in the San Blas Islands, you know that feeling. Running low on fresh produce when you live on a boat can be a bit of a downer. When that happens, we usually fall back on canned goods, whatever fresh baked bits are left, and whatever frozen meats we have stashed away in our freezer, which means a lot of pastas and soup nights. So when a veggie boat suddenly pulls up unannounced, it's a very good day. It was especially fun to show Jay's mom this little part of the experience. Watching her face light up as we grocery shopped in this very unconventional way for our very unconventional life. She loved it and told us how proud she is of what we're doing. A perfect way to wrap up the day.
All right, we just got our receipt for all of our veggies, and not gonna lie, it's actually quite pricey. So for what we got, it turned out to be $74.90 American. So what really dinged us was 5 mangoes they have at $2.30 a piece. So that equal to $11.50. And 5 pounds of potatoes, which is true. We go through so much potatoes. But that cost $2.40. And then I guess it totaled to $13.20 for 5 pounds. So that was also an expensive one. And 2 loaves of bread was $9. Everything else seemed to be pretty good. 2 pineapples is $6. 24 eggs is $7.20. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We don't have a grocery store out here, so we make do. And we were getting extremely low on everything, so we're very, very happy to have that boat come by. But yeah, so that's kind of what it looks like grocery shopping in the San Blas. There's the proof right there, and their math checks out, so yeah. What are you gonna do?
Like, yeah, it's even more than $100. It's like 110 bucks Canadian. But at the same time, we also got 24 eggs, which are not shown here. I put them in the fridge, but
Yeah.
we got two dozens of eggs. But I mean, if we were to do this grocery in Panama ourselves, it would probably only cost us $30 US.
Yeah.
Like about half, less than half.
Yeah.
But we got to factor in the fact that somebody had to go shopping in Panama City for it, transport it to the coast, because this is from PriceSmart, most of it, then get put into a panga. They have to come out here, so you have to factor in the cost of the people doing it, the cost of the outboards, the cost of repairs on the outboards, the panga, all that stuff, right? So, and you have to pay everybody that's involved. So I get it. Like,
Well, you're paying for convenience is what you're paying for.
Yeah, exactly. We're getting fruits and veggies right to our boat in the middle of nowhere, right? Or else we would have to go back, and we found out the hard way that it's not actually cheaper.
No.
Because then you're motoring back, things happen, you have to like take a car in, taxi ride.
Well, it's a 9-hour sail to even get to Linton, and then to drive from Linton, it was 2.5 hours, and then you just got to the grocery store, and then you have to get all the way back and then sail all the way out here.
That being said, you could go to closer grocery stores in Linton. It's just they wanted to go to PriceSmart. But that being said, like, it's a lot more convenient to do this, that's for sure.
Yeah, so super worth it. Happy, now we have a fresh load of groceries. You excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. I've been craving these pineapples. These are bigger a bit than the ones we had last time. This one's not ready yet.
That one's not ready. That one's a bit more ready, I think. Yeah.
Oh, this one's almost ready. This one might be ready tomorrow.
We've been getting scurvy on here on Sitka. We haven't had fruit in ages.
All right, so right now, Kenna and Mom are cleaning the fruit and veggies, just so we don't bring any creepy crawlies inside. So we just tend to clean them with just a bit of white vinegar and wipe them, and that always seems to be good. And that's the whole thing.
I'll never forget when there was a couple of cruisers we met like very early on in Mexico when we first started cruising, and they said that they cleaned all their fruit and veggies with vinegar, and I remember being like, yeah, okay, well, and like we've had bugs in our fruit and veggies, and now I'm like, oh my god, these people were super great. So sorry, I doubted your thoughts for a bit. Took the hard way of learning.
Yeah, the thing is, in these countries, the fruit and vegetables are actual fruit and vegetables, so insects actually want to eat them.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be a big problem back home.
No.
Food's so poisonous back home that even the insects don't want it. So, but here they do. So we just got a quick clean, just a little wipe with vinegar. See, there's a slug right here. That's why we do this. And then it would have eaten the whole cabbage away. You and me. We better beat Derek at volleyball.
What are we doing today?
Stretches, because we're getting old. If you think you stretch, you need to stretch more. We're gonna go do a sports day. If you guys have ever been in the military, it's mandatory fun day. So we're gonna go win at volleyball, hopefully. Kenna's actually good at volleyball. I'm not so good at it. Kenna used to play competitively. Not me!
For Sylvie's last day, we asked her what she wanted to do. And without missing a beat, she said, spend it on the beach with Derek, Nina, and the kids. So that's exactly what we did. And it turned out to be the best beach day with Bully. Fun fact, volleyball used to be a big part of my life. I played for many years. And now here I am on a remote island that I sailed to from the Pacific Northwest with my partner playing beach volleyball. A little crazy when you stop to think about it. If you made it this far into this week's episode, drop the word gratitude in the comments below, just as a little reminder to stay grateful for loved ones, for experiences, and for the small things that make life so darn good. Thank you for visiting us, Mom, and thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Sailing Sitka. Stick around for more to come. If you enjoyed, please spread the love and let us know. Special thank you to our Patreon members for making these videos possible, as well as helping our dreams come true. See you all next week.